Hello and welcome to my video of Division 2 gameplay. This is Victor and welcome back if you are returning again. And today we are at this Lincoln Memorial. And as you might have seen from the title, this is one of the videos that I make called Road to DPS Build. So as I explained earlier on, I've been trying to add stuff to build up my SHD level for my agent so that I can get a good enough DPS build is good enough to play an Iron Horse raid. Actually, just I think I mean I have good enough build, but I want to just optimize it a little bit further. And meanwhile, try different kind of DPS build that I found from the internet. And while I'm doing that, the road to get a DPS build is really to loot or farm a certain gear set, gear mod that I want to have. That is the 12% critical hit damage. So I've been playing a lot of heroic missions to increase the chance likelihood of get, and then playing missions with the target loot with this particular kind of gear mods. And you know what? Actually, I want to show you. I actually finally what's that? Hold on a second. What's I doing? Okay, let me just explain to you what I do here. So I am trying a build which is called the SHD. I call it SMG build. So I've been doing the SMG build for one, which is kind of like build around the Dark Winter weapon. And I was trying different kind of like gear sets so that it increases the critical hit damage as well. And I was trying the Intimidate talent, which is something that the internet has been talking about. So it's actually quite nice. And I actually am trying this particular one. I'm just gonna override it so that I don't actually lose this setup. So I'm gonna show you what I have been doing for this SMG build. So for this build, the main thing is this perfect killer talent on the Dark Winter, which allows me to get a 50% increase in critical hit damage for 10 seconds. So it's actually quite nice. And to make it work and to increase the amount of weapon damage, I actually try to use the Intimidate talent on my chest piece, which grants me 35% of weapon damage. It's also quite nice, but I believe that what happens is to actually activate this Intimidate talent, I need to have bonus armor, which is why I have this Memento backpack, which allows me to actually pick up bonus armor whenever I have grab a trophy by killing an enemy. And I need to keep a little bit of armor so that the bonus armor actually gets there. Each of these little shield icon gives me 10%. If I have none, then I probably don't get any bonus armor. So it works quite well in terms of that. But the armor is actually really bad, and then the damage is actually not good enough. I try to use this set, and it's still not quite effective. In fact, my agent dies quite a lot. It's just not killing the enemies quick enough. So today, in fact, I found another build which also builds around an SMG. They recommend a vindictive. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm just gonna show you this kind of weapon. So it's also an SMG build around, but oh, do I have that? I'm not quite sure. Let me just quickly go through that. Yeah, I think I put it on the stat. So basically, it's a vindicative talent. So I actually have one of those lying around. So vindicative, what it does is kill an enemy with a status effect apply grants you and all allies, 15% of CHC and CHD as well, for like a slightly longer duration of time. Intimidate, I think it's like it doesn't actually change things, but it have a very short range. There's a particular weapon that actually has like a perfect vindicative or something that adds a little bit of percentage to that. I do have that weapon, but it's not actually quite nice in terms of other attributes. It's not as good as the Dark Winter that I have, so I want to keep using this one. But the gear set is actually quite different. So first of all, the recommendation is of course to use the Hunter's Fury, but we are just changing the mask into a mask that is an exotic mask called Coyote's Mask. I happen to get a pretty good roll on that, so I have a pretty good a maximum crit chance and maximum crit damage as attributes. I add in a crit chance of 5.8%, And what it does, it allows me to every time I hit an enemy that it grants a certain additional either critical damage or both or critical chance, depending on the distance of hit. So it's actually adding quite a significant amount of percentage. You see, at least you get to like 10%, right? The Hunter's Fury also, as you know, I really like this gear set. It gives me like some additional damage on shotgun and SMG, so that's why my secondary weapons are both that. When it hits 4 or more pieces, it gives you this debuff on enemies, which will disorient the enemies as well. The interesting thing about having the chest piece and the back piece or the backpack is that it adds an extra talent that for the chest piece, it increases the duration of the debuff and the stuff like that. Right, so it increased 3 times, which is actually really significant, like from 10 seconds to like half a minute. The talent on the backpack actually allows you to have the radius doubling, so the disoriented thing is going to expand from 5 meters to 10 meters. So if you have these two things working together, you are effectively like quadrupling like the effectiveness, right? Because you are actually 6 times the effectiveness. You are expanding the radius. You're also expanding the amount of time. So it's pretty good. So to get 4 pieces, I have that as well. I have this that maximizes the CHD. The damage is weapon damage is quite good already. This one is also quite alright. So again, trying to maximize the critical damage. So for the glove, I have this firm handshake, which is a named item, which has a really good like maximize the maximum weapon damage, and I also maximize the critical damage here as one of the attributes. Along with this named gear glove, it has the status effect, which actually I believe will help me with when it applies the disorientation, which is a status effect, which actually adds some 15% of effectiveness in it. So it's actually worked quite well on this build as well. Right. So right now, currently, I have about 50% critical chance and about 150 critical hit damage for this primary weapon. So it's okay, but when it stacks up, you will see that, like, let's say I hit someone with within like close enough, it suddenly bumps up 10% of hit critical chance. So I get the cap of 60% immediately, and then I also get 10% of critical damage. If not, I will get 25% of critical damage or hit chance. So really, actually, as long as I hit someone, my weapon hits someone, I actually can get either like a maximum critical chance or like under 25% of critical damage. So it's actually quite nice still, right? And of course, if I have the if I have the Dark Winter thing activated, which is I kill an enemy with critical hit, it gets 50% more critical damage. So what it means is that I get more than 200% of critical damage just by this this SMG. And the SMG, of course, as you know, it is it has a very high round per minute. So as you might see later on, the damage deal per second is really intense and insane. So hopefully I can trigger that, and I will show you how it looks like. All right, and of course the kind of the downside of this is you can see I have zero like I have a very low health. I have almost like very low armor, only 700k, 726k, and I have no armor on kill. I have no armor regen. So the only way to get my armor back is really by killing enemies and getting armor on kill by 20% each time. And also, like, when I go from one area to another area, then I gain that. But other than that, I basically have no skill and also have no like kind of like a protective layer on it. So basically, it's a glass cannon build without the glass cannon talent, which is actually a thing. So I hope I didn't. I tried a few times. My agent didn't die, but also did die a few times. So we'll see how it goes. But I want to show you how I do it. I promise you, I try it at least one time. It actually worked. So we'll see whether we can recreate this again. So first of all, be very careful with this. Not too ambitious. And I'll have a drone to help me out as well. Not being too ambitious, but as you can see, like I'm already landing like 4 million hit, like per hit. So it's actually quite nice. But when things got stacked up, you will see that the number actually gets increased to close to 500. And let's be a little bit more aggressive. Let's see if we can very quick. So that's that. So with the shield, So with the shield, actually, there's actually one more thing I did. So what I did with the shield was that I was using the specialization here. This specialization allows me to have a shield that actually deals a little bit more damage with my weapon on my Crusader shield. So it also adds to it. I don't know what is the percentage of added damage, but according to the specialization, it does add some damage. So hopefully this is the case. So as you can see, like even with those like with the bombing thing, the big dude, you can easily get them shattered. Okay, so you gotta be careful a little bit. Gotta be very careful with the use of shield. Like the shield isn't like super good. It does blocks a little bit of stuff, and as you can see, the debuff is definitely extremely helpful, because right now what I'm trying to do is that I'm relying on the fact that this thing, when I need to reload, I can reload while they are being disoriented, right? Because this weapon doesn't have the quickest reload time, so I'm kind of relying on the fact that they are disoriented while I'm reloading the weapon. So having a bigger range and more long-lasting effect on disorientation definitely is key or crucial to this build. Right, so moving on to the next area. Run. So just gotta this thing. And I think the general strategy of using this build is that because the Hunter Fury now disoriented more enemies, so the first thing you want to do is really look for the weakest enemy, which is those red people, right? And once you have that, once you hit that enemy, you can disorient the rest of the people. So that's the idea. And the drone is definitely helpful in a sense that it kind of distracts the enemy so that they won't shoot at you all the time. The shield, as I said, is not like the most effective protection against enemies. So I usually use it like when I absolutely have to, or like if I'm sure that I'm not because it really limits my my movement as well. So if I'm not being flanked by other enemies, then using a shield is actually quite nice. But at the same time, like I said, it really limits the speed of my movement and whatnot. So I try to not use it quite often. As you can see, my my armor doesn't regenerate at all when I stop killing enemies, which is kind of like the issue of this build. But if I do it right, it should be quite good. So that's that. That's this guy. So one other thing is I have this weapon, which is the Scorpio Exotic. The cool thing about this Scorpio Exotic is that it, of course, is a shotgun, so it hits really hard. But it has some extra talent that will shock the enemy, so that they are not doing anything while they're being shocked, right? So it also like allows me to reload or do other stuff, regenerate the shield or whatnot. So for close quarter combat, and because it's a shotgun, it reaches more enemy than say SMG. for more crowd control, having that is good. At the same time, the Hunter's Fury allows you to have an extra damage deal with a shotgun, so it also works. And I don't like what I'm hearing. Like I might actually die because I've never actually played against Rogue Agent here. And with this kind of build, like it's basically like maybe I should use oh. Alright, so this is one. Go the other. How about the other one?
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
Let's see if we can. Oof! Wow, that was close.
Rogue agent
really close.
eliminated.
Anyway, so I guess it's a really good combo with the Scorpio. I think the Scorpio doesn't shock the Rogue Agent as well as the other enemies, but as you saw, like the Rogue Agent actually kind of like was able to react a little bit. Anyway, so it's not bad. Like as you can see, like if timed well and you're facing one single enemy with the shield, you can actually finish a Rogue Agent quite quickly as well. Right? I don't actually know what this is for, but you know, let's touch it. Let's see what happens. I don't think there's anything we can pick up here as well. So either. So let's keep moving. Alright, so if you are into picking up stuff and opening like hidden doors, there are a few areas that you can do. So look for this little yellow box. So they will open a gate or a box, a cage that is closed. I actually did a few times, so they don't respawn that quickly. But I'll show you where those little yellow boxes are. So in case you want to pick up a few more things while you're running, so you see that yellow box over here. So you can shoot it here, or when you're down there, you can also shoot it. So it doesn't really matter. You might hear the enemies talking about stuff. They are actually not doing anything.
Detected.
I think it's over here. Sorry, I just went past. So you go down the stairs, you turn right. There's an area with a little bit of things you can open, like over here. Again, because I already played this and it doesn't respond quickly refresh, so that's why there's nothing to pick up. Alright, so moving on. There's another set of stairs. So there's sometimes, I believe there's a box here if you are playing a Black Tusk invasion. Right, moving on, go down the second set of stairs. You see this yellow box again, so you can shoot it. And the cage is over here on your left. So you go in, you can pick up some other stuff as well. Alright, so with that, we move on to the next stage section. You see it.
Make it thorough. Engaging target.
Alright, done. Then there will be a few enemies coming from this end. That is not good.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
So as you can see, I was really saved by the talent here. With the 100% health thing. Without that, my agent probably have died like many times. So that's the beauty of Hunter Furies. That is, if you manage to kill the enemy quick enough, you will be able to regain any kind of health you have lost. So there's a yellow box here, and it opens this gate. Right. Moving on. When you're using SMG, make sure that you pick up ammos when there's an ammo box. The reason why is that SMG is has the highest firing rate, and
can lock that tunnel door.
You will run out of bullets like faster than you think.
Keep them from being able to transport the mortars loaded with DC-62.
Go back over here. Start the shield. And you see the range of the debuff is actually quite good. So there will be some enemies from behind over here coming out. Maybe not quite yet. I think once they are down to like 2-3 enemies, then it is the time. So I'm gonna do that. And there's a few more here. Where are they coming from? From top. Uh oh, this is not good. The issue of the shield is that you can't climb things. So you have to, if you really want to keep on using the shield, you need to know where the stairs are or where the ramps are, so that you can actually keep moving without being blocked. So I think this. Uh-oh. I don't want that.
Serious trauma detected.
See, like, it really helped me. Saved me multiple times. Okay, this one. I think that's like that's machine gun. We don't need to worry about that. I think there might be another enemy. There's another enemy somewhere, maybe over on top. Yep, there we go.
Covering you now. It's too late for you.
I think I actually need to shield, but well, while we are here. So there's one more. Not quite sure where the other enemies are. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think there are a few coming out as well. I think it's actually from, yeah, from the top. Interesting. So just like, there's one. There's another 2 up there. Alright, so one more. It's just a machine gun, so I think once the engine era is being
Incoming backup request.
removed, then we're good. Okay, so next thing, let's see what we can pick up over here. See if we can pick up some good loots. Not quite good, so let's just destroy it and
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
Alright, there's actually another. Before we move on, see if we can go back. There's also another yellow box that you can shoot. Is over here. You see that at the far end. Shoot that, then this will open, and you can pick a little bit more stuff up over here as well. So components, maybe a weapon as well. But I don't really need this. I'm gonna destroy it. Get some components here. Alright, so I think that will be all of the kind of like hidden areas that you can pick up stuff. And then moving on will be the final area for fighting the bosses. Actually, you need to fight 3 bosses, I believe. There's some strategy involved. I've been trying that. We'll see how it goes. It's the final fight, so my agent might die, but we'll see how we'll see about that. So look for the. So look for the, well, you disoriented people, and then I think it's about time to start my drone. So try to. So that boss, actually, the shotgun's actually quite powerful. I think it can destroy my shield quite easily. But yeah, with that, it's actually okay. One down, and let the drone distract him. I think if I shoot bang, it actually has a weak point. But all right, so this is done. The next thing is to go around here. That's the third, last part. You wanna shoot some enemies, disorient people, and oh, there we go. Okay, so the idea is that to shoot the backpack. There's a backpack of this enemy. I think I'm gonna dodge a little bit first.
Immediate medical assistance.
Oh,
needed.
there we go. So when you see this little symbol on top, it means that the enemy is invincible. And at that time, you are just like, I believe the best way is just to walk around, run around, get as far as possible, especially when enemy has like a flamethrower like that. So let's try it again. So fortunately, even for heroic, you can respawn like at the last, right before the last area, which is helpful. So let's try it again. Alright, did not kill anyone. Let's get rid of him. Make sure that we break free. And oops. Huh. Okay, so that's done. And then let's our drone out. Go around. Oh. Shoots down. Be careful a little bit. And I think we just run in. And there we go. So that's first part. The second boss. So see, the range of the disorientation is really helpful with that gear set. So that's done. Now the third part. Alright, so this is done. Disoriented. It's also done. So you see, I saw the backpack, and it also kind of immobilizes the boss, and that's it. Like, you see that boss fight, if time it well, if you shoot the right place at the right time, it's like the quickest way to finish. So here it is, and let's see if we can pick up some really good loot or whatnot. So we'll see. Nope, they are not too bad, but I'm looking for something that is maximum. So like not even like 5% is kind of low. If you want to like recycle this particular mission, there's actually a few things you can pick up on your way back. So there are 3 special armor boxes you can pick up. So this is the first one. You go round here. There's a second one over here. So usually I'll just like blow up all of my weapons. And if you really want to use your sidearm, there's a third one over here. So you can pick up all of them. So all of your weapons now have like special armor. Alright, and of course you can restock everything when you go back up. So you go here, take the elevator, and that's basically it. So as I said, like as I showed you, if you know what you're doing, if you shoot the right place at the right time, go at the right position, then this build is actually a really fast moving build, because you need to get close enough, but you disorient a lot of enemies on your way of finishing other enemies. So and the SMG is definitely like the fastest firing weapon. This is how you can do it.
We dealt a great blow to the True Sun's infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated a stronghold near the campus.
Another neat thing about
saved a lot of lives today.
Another neat thing about this mission is that it actually bumps like about a 1 level or 1.5 level each time you play it. So I started off with level 700. Now already increase another SXG level. So it's quite a nice kind of like a farming platform where you play the heroic first. You get high XP once you finish the mission, and if there's a good chance, there's a chance that it will drop something that you like. So in this case, I actually got. So let me see if I can show you right away. I did get a good drop that I put in my Iron Horse. I call it the Iron Horse build. So as you can see right now, I have a 12% critical hit damage. It's actually something I got from this particular mission. So it is actually possible that you can get like a maximum crit hit damage gear loot from playing a a heroic mission with the higher chances of dropping that particular gear's mod loot. But to be honest, I play this like for several 3 to 4 weeks, like very regularly, and this is actually the first time I get a 12% critical hit drop. So it's not the best way to farm. I think that the best way to farm is actually to farm it on the summit, because you can set it so that it drops a lot of the gear mod, and you know, the higher level you get, the more likely you get a better loot. So I think that is actually the best way to farm. But playing a heroic on the summit, I think it's something that's beyond what I am comfortable with. So I tend not to do that, and I like playing missions a little bit better. It has like more variety. It has you know, it has different kinds of bosses like in different areas, and you can pick up random stuff on your way, and you level up as well. I think the leveling system on the summit is actually not as effective. So I might be wrong, I don't know, but I just feel that playing a mission is a little bit better in terms of like seeing different areas, different parts of the building, instead of just running around inside like one building with different floors. So that's that. That's the Lincoln Memorial Heroic Mission, and I hope I you know, show you something useful, interesting. You know, where to find those like hidden places, and how to use a SMG build to finish this mission as quickly and as effectively, as efficiently as possible. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to make another video for you really shortly. And I think I'm closer to the DPS build that I want to have, and hopefully soon I can join like Iron Horse raid, and to you know, play that raid, which I've never played before. Anyway, I hope you enjoy watching me playing this game as much as I enjoy playing this game. Recently, I actually got hold of SHD watch, or a Division watch replica, which I put it in my other playlist of unboxing things. If you are interested in to know what it is and how it looks like and how it works, feel free to go and check it out. Yeah, thanks again, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.